You know I can say the Pledge of Allegiance in Spanish.
Wow.
What the fuck? Where did that come from? It's a different language. How do you know it's the Pledge of Allegiance? It's been translated. It's been changed. So when I say promote la alianza la bandera de los Estados Unidos de America, I didn't really just say I pledge allegiance to the flag.
Well, you really did because you mispronounced it. You really did.
You want to do better?
I don't claim to know Spanish. You do.
Well, you claim to know whether I pronounced it right. Prometo alianza a la bandera de los Estados Unidos de America. That's not bad for a gringo.
It's Unidas.
So you can translate words from one language into another language without losing any meaning. Happens all the time. You guys read Aristotle and Plato and Socrates and Homer. Oh, we have no idea what they said. They wrote in a different language. Nobody says that. You guys only say that when it comes to the Bible. Why? Because you don't want to believe the Bible.
No, I don't believe the Bible.
It's called special pleading. It's a logical fallacy.
No, we don't want to believe the Bible that said indulgences and purgatory exist because it was written like that. It was written into the Bible. Because people like you wrote in what they want to be.
Wrote what into the Bible?
Themselves. Some people like you.
They wrote what? That people shouldn't be
Roman Catholic Church.
homosexuals? No. Roman Catholic Church didn't come about the earliest, the 4th century. The earliest. So the Church of Jesus Christ had existed for 3.5 centuries prior to that.
Relatively young, it's okay. What?
Well, I'm saying that the documents are already there. All of the New Testament was written within the 1st century.
So it's perfect. They could change the whole thing.
I support abortion.
No, but they didn't. The historical evidence is they didn't.
You really did, though.
No, you don't. Yeah, that's
Where
why.
did indulgences and purgatory come
Yeah, it's corruption. They're not in the Bible. You don't see anything in the Bible about indulgences. It's very anti-biblical. That's Luther's whole
from? There
point.
were people like you that just told people what it was wrong.
That was written. The apostles taught them what Jesus taught. They wrote it down.
No, it is written. You said it wasn't written.
It was written. Yeah, of course. That's why we have a New Testament. They wrote it down. They wrote down the teachings of Jesus. Well, the Romans, they added a bunch of stuff. I'm not Catholic. The reason I'm not Georgia Right to Life. That's why I'm not Catholic. I don't agree with Roman Catholicism. I think it's corrupt. I do think there are some Catholics that are saved. I think the system itself is corrupt. How I like what?
Okay.
Which doesn't have a direct translation.
Yeah, it does actually. Man better.
Okay.
No, that's not a direct translation.
Granted, Paul was coining that word based upon the Septuagint in Leviticus.
And in context, it's talking about pedophilia. So it's
How do you
talking
know
about
that?
sexual
Based on what?
immorality.
How do you know?
Because I read the rest of Leviticus.
It doesn't talk about pedophilia.
Yes, it does.
No, it's not.
It talks about sexual immorality.
So it's actually, yeah, so it is sexually immoral. Homosexuality is sexually immoral, granted. So why does Paul in Romans 1 start out by talking about lesbians first? Before he even mentions male homosexuals, he talks about the unnatural acts of lesbians. Why does he start out there and then segue into men if it's talking about pederasty? It doesn't fit the context of Scripture. I understand the argument. I used to
Maybe
believe
because
stuff
the
like
context of the scripture was written when people had to reproduce to keep society alive.
that. No, we still do today.
No, we don't. We have so many millions of people that are homeless.
What's going to happen 100 years from now if people just stop reproducing categorically?
I don't know. We'll probably have enough resources to not destroy the planet.